반짝이는 눈빛 눈이 부셔 매일 날 감싸주는 손길.
Shin Yeojin had spent a lot of time reflecting on her actions alone. Then, when Choi Myung-ji discovered that Shin Yeojin had taken Eun-chong as her ward, the situation became critical. She realized that she could no longer delay her decisions. Just before she called Guhana Yeojin and claimed to be her daughter, there was a chilling look in Shin Yeojin's eyes. It was clear that she had made up her mind and was ready to play the role she had set out for herself. From that moment, her real act began. She pretended to have lost all her memories and as if she had never known Hana, began calling her Yeojin. As part of her plan, she started dealing with inheritance matters with a specific goal in mind. The reason Choi Myung-ji stepped in and declared herself Eun-chong's guardian was because Shin Yeojin had transferred all her assets to Eun-chong through a certificate. Shin Yeojin hadn't made the certificate expecting to die soon. Rather, she wanted to ensure that the rights to her future wealth were clear. However, now that the certificate was being used against her, she realized that Choi Myung-ji's becoming Eun-chong's guardian could ultimately result in all her wealth being passed to Yoon Se-young and Choi Myung-ji. This was something that must not happen because it would endanger Eun-chong. Before her collapse, Shin Yeojin had apologized sincerely to Go Ji-seok and Guhana for her past mistakes. She came to realize that it was because of Hana that she could be with her grandson Eun-chong. Moreover, even though Hana didn't know Eun-chong was the grandson of a wealthy family, she had cared for and loved him like her own child. Guhana had been there for Yeojin at the end of her life. Hana had stayed by Yeojin, who had lost her parents at a young age, raised a child on her own, and ultimately disappeared under Choi Myung-ji's hands. Hana had taken care of her when no one else could. Shin Yeojin had failed to appreciate this, instead making baseless accusations against Hana. Now she understood just how wrong she had been. Once she regained consciousness, Shin Yeojin began pretending that Hana was Yeojin again as part of her strategy. Her first goal was to outwit Choi Myung-ji. She also realized Hana's true feelings and wanted to repay her. It was now critical to protect Eun-chong, and so she rushed to have Hana legally register him as her son. At the same time, Shin Yeojin decided to transfer all her assets, including her huge stake in Hyesung Group, to Hana. Though Go Ji-seok was officially the chairman, Shin Yeojin was the largest shareholder. Once those shares went to Hana, Hyesung Group would belong to Hana and Ji-seok. Shin Yeojin knew that Hana truly loved Eun-chong like a mother, and by giving everything to Hana, she was essentially ensuring it would go to Eun-chong. After settling these pressing matters, Shin Yeojin began to target Choi Myung-ji. Choi Myung-ji had no idea about the inheritance or the adoption of Eun-chong by Hana. Meanwhile, Shin Yeojin also asked Hwang Jin Goo whether he intended to marry Hana, knowing that the two had developed a deep and genuine love for each other. Even Go Ji-seok, after witnessing their affection, accepted their relationship. Shin Yeojin then asked Hwang Jin Goo to marry Hana quickly and assist Go Ji-seok in managing his group. Hwang Jin Goo agreed, and the plan continued without Choi Myung-ji and Yoon Se-young's knowledge. Things were kept secret from them. At this point, Detective Jo was caught. Yoon Sung-ho had ordered surveillance on him. Choi Myung-ji had cut ties with him when she said she was taking Eun-chong to the US, and Detective Jo soon ran out of resources. With no more options, he was captured by Yoon Sung-ho's men and brought into the open.
'Cause you are beautiful, a beautiful stranger.